Okay, we are going to taste a Prairie Fire tomato for the first time. It has been a very hard year, way hotter than normal, way drier than normal out here. I have been watering lately, but there for a while. I waited about 2 weeks before I started to turn on a sprinkler. So these tomatoes have had a fairly rough time. The whole garden's had a fairly rough time this year. So these are Prairie Fire tomatoes. Kind of a bicolor. I'm going to give that one a little time. Supposed to be extremely sweet with a bricks of 10, which is like knocking on the door of a grocery store apple for sweetness. I'm not a tomato fan, but that tastes like a tomato. Good taste. It is sweet, not as sweet as I was expecting. I don't know what I expected. Acacia, you go ahead and get a bite. Leave a bite for Lila here.
I liked it. It's really good.
Okay. All right, now you give it a bite.
Good.
That's it. Good. Let's give the camera lady a shot at it.
That is pretty sweet. Kind of reminds me a little bit of a Sunsugar.
It's kind of missing that sunshine taste.
There's
to
a
go
little
along with the
less,
sweetness.
maybe a little less acidity to it, and that's what helps make it a little sweeter.
Yeah, it's not as balanced. It's good.
I do really like them. I'd say
good.
they're a plant again next year.
Yeah, especially, can you pan down? This bush, I know that some people that grow like Juliets and stuff, this isn't anything amazing, but for my garden, the way we do things and the amount of care these things get, this is just really good production. We are also going to taste a Sunsugar F2. So Sunsugars are an F1 hybrid. They are not stable. And from what I've read, any of the Sun series like Sun Golds that taste fantastic, when they try to stabilize them as an heirloom eventually or an open pollinated tomato instead of a hybrid, they lose that punch, that taste that sets them apart. And these are Elizabeth's favorites, so we're going to give her a shot at it. There's some others starting to turn color, but that's the only one fully ripe.
There's another one. Another one.
Nope.
I mean, it's good, but it's not. It's actually not as good as the one we tried
Yeah,
first.
it's not as good as the Prairie Fire. Sunsugars are sweet. Sunsugars are sweet, but they have a punch and they taste like sunshine. I don't know how else to describe it. It's really good. This is missing that. So it's fairly productive for a tomato of that size in the conditions that it's in, but not as good as the Prairie Fire. So we are definitely probably going to grow the Prairie Fire again. Good, I'm glad you like it. So far it's been holding off disease really well. Productive, setting fruit in this heat, which is not happening on all of my varieties I'm growing this year. So overall, happy with it so far. Looking forward to more of them ripening.